Hey everybody, I'm Thomas and I'm here to make a video to show you how I make delicious coffee drinks. I started making them recently after going to Starbucks a lot, and I would get things like mochas and I'm thinking, these are so good, why can't I make something like this at home? So I did a bunch of research and a bunch of experimentation, and I eventually figured out how to make a reasonably close approximation. So I want to show you now how I go about making some delicious drinks. I'll put links beneath the video to where you can get all the things that I'm using to make these drinks, and you can make them for yourself. So let's get started. Okay, first we're going to grab our bean grinder. Alright. Next we'll grab the coffee press. I'm going to grab a couple of mugs. I'm going to grab some coffee beans. Alright, the secret to really delicious coffee that we're going to start for making these drinks is grinding the beans yourself. You can go with any high quality coffee beans. I like Starbucks. A lot of people don't, but the hell with them because I do. Alright. That's good. So I'm using the Decaf Cafe Verona beans, but you can use whatever. And I'm going to start by grinding the beans. So I'm going to take my manually powered bean grinder and I'm going to dump some beans in here. There we go. That's more than enough. Put on the lid. Put on the little grinding arm thing. There we go. So I'm going to put all the grounds in this container so I can scoop them more easily. And I'm going to follow the package instructions, which says that you want 10 ounces per cup. I'm making 2 cups. My scoop is 7, so I just rounded off at 21 instead of 20 for 2 people. Anyway, so I'm going to scoop in my grounds, and then we're ready to start brewing the coffee. Now I filled the electric kettle with some water, and I'm going to heat that so we can brew the coffee. Boiling. The temperature is pretty important when you're brewing coffee. So I believe it's supposed to be somewhere between 195 and 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So I have a laser thermometer that I use to check all the temperatures, but it doesn't matter that much. If you just boil the water and then you take it off of the heat source and brew the coffee immediately, you're pretty much in the right temperature range. A lot of coffee snobs might, roll their eyes at you or whatever, but I don't care. It's good. It comes out great. So I'm going to take the water, stop boiling. I'm going to fill up 1.5 cups, and all you need is 3/4 cup per cup of coffee. So there, pour the hot water into the coffee press, and that'll start brewing the coffee. Put the top on, make sure it's tight and it's closed. Set your timer for 4 minutes, and then you have coffee. So while our coffee is brewing, let me talk to you about what I actually am going to do with it. You have a couple of options. Well, you have a lot of options, but to me, A, you can just make coffee, which I don't really just want to drink just coffee. So I go with option B, which is a latte. Technically, I don't know if a latte is espresso or coffee based or whatever, but poor man's latte, I'll call it. So I just make a nice latte with coffee and steamed milk. Option C is a mocha, which is latte plus some mocha sauce. So to make the latte, I'm going to get our cups ready to go for when the coffee's ready. In my cup, I'm just going to make a latte for myself. So I'm just going to put some sugar in this cup and we'll be ready to go when the coffee's ready. For the other one, I'll make a mocha. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to grab some mocha sauce. And we've already prepared it ahead of time. I'll put a link to a good website I found that tells you how to make this stuff beneath the video. But all it is some cocoa powder, some sugar, and water, and you simmer it and you reduce till you have a nice syrup. You scoop some nice chocolate sauce in there. Alright, our coffee's done brewing, so now I can use the French press to press, keep the grounds at the bottom, and then I can pour out the coffee. So I'm just going to try to pour these pretty evenly between the 2 cups. The chocolate sauce in the mocha here is getting nice and melted. Just make sure you give it a couple of seconds at the end because some more liquid will still come out from the grounds through the filter at the bottom. Now, if you were just going to have straight up coffee, you're all set. But if you're like me and you want some like a latte or a mocha, then we have another step to do. Now it's time to get our milk ready. I'm going to use soy milk because that's just my preference. So you want to use 3/8 of a cup of milk per cup of coffee if you're using my technique. So that's just a 1/4 cup and another 1/2 cup if you're using a 1/4 cup measure. Since I'm making 2 drinks, I'm going to simply use 3/4 of a cup of soy milk. So let me pour that in there. And then I can heat it up in the microwave for 60 seconds and it'll be ready for frothing. Alright, our soy milk is out of the microwave and it's ready to go. It's been heated for 1 minute. Now I use this Aero Latte milk frother. Again, I'll put links to all these products that I like to use below the video. So I'm going to put this in here and turn it on, and then I'll start frothing the milk. I got this one over a hand-operated one because it sounded like people had a little more issues with the hand-operated one, and I just wanted whatever was going to be the best quality. So your hot milk will froth really nicely, whether you use regular milk or soy milk. And again, there's an ideal temperature for this, but I just heat it up for 1 minute in the microwave and it seems to work just fine. And you can see that our milk now has a nice froth going on top here. So I think we're all done, and I'm going to pour it into the drinks. And there's the mocha, and there is the latte. So, we're ready to drink. Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. So I would advise you, if you're interested at all in trying to make anything like this for yourself, go for it. It might put you off because it looks like a little work, or you have to buy some stuff and grind the beans, whatever. Well, don't worry about that, because the drinks that you make are delicious. Your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, whatever, your friends will definitely appreciate that you can make them these awesome drinks just like a pro from Starbucks or an espresso shop or whatever. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on high quality espresso machines that are going to break down and give you a headache. It's pretty cheap, it only takes a couple of minutes, and I think it'll really enrich your everyday life by how delicious the drinks are that you can make. And you know, your friends and everyone will really appreciate it. So go for it, grind your beans, make your coffee, froth your milk, and you'll be ready to go. Thanks for watching.